let's see, let's do that one. All right, and let's see. So, as I said, was getting ready to go to bed, and I realized that I did not show my ketones during my show. We tested them, but I did not actually show you what they were. All right, so here, I'm just creating a stream right now. Here is my ketone meter. How about that? Oh, let's see. Let's get that there. Get that there. And I'm not even sure if this is going to work. I hope it does. So if you're out there, if you're watching, there we go. Okay, so I think I'm live. But my ketones, you'll see the ketones there down at the bottom, and let's see what this looks like on let's see what this looks like on my channel. By the way, this is my first time doing it through Ecamm into Restream onto all the platforms, and I started the stream before I set it up, so it should be interesting. Let's see, here we go. All right, so I see something there, and let's take a look, see what it looks like. All right, so it's out there. So anyway, so as I was saying, I did my show tonight, and I normally do my ketones and check my blood sugar while I'm on air. And so I did it, went through the conversation, and forgot to actually show what my ketones were. Everybody saw what the blood sugar was. And so I have, let's see, I broke my fast last week. I did it early. Normally I do a 72 hour, so I did it early last week, and so I broke my fast by, I don't know, Wednesday, I think. But then each of the days following that, I've been doing a 1 meal a day kind of fast. Over the weekend, I did eat, I think, 2 meals, and so had lunch today, and just wanted to see what my ketones were. My blood sugar was 139. And so my question to the audience, the question to you is, what do you think my ketones are going to be? Because I've not really been fasting, okay? And I've not been on a ketogenic diet. I've been watching what I'm eating, still having some spikes in blood sugar. And if you follow us on the channel, you'll see that as well. And you'll see, you know, when we take a look at my monitors and my reports. So what do you think my ketones are? Blood sugar is 139. You see the GKI right there, so you should be able to kind of calculate that. But I'm not going to let you have to do that. So my ketones, you ready? My ketones are, and drum roll please, ketones are 0.7. Blood sugar 139, ketones 0.7. And remember, ketones of less than 0.5 are considered normal. 0.5 to 1.5 considered nutritional ketosis, and then above 1.5 considered therapeutic ketosis. So right now I'm in the nutritional ketosis phase. We want to, when we're talking about blood sugar and metabolism and weight loss and ketogenesis, then you want ketones at least 0.5 or above. That says that your body is burning fat, converting it to ketones, and so you want to kind of stay in that range. We have several people in our community that are doing ketogenic diet in combination with the fasting, and so they do the fasting and then try to maintain ketosis even on the non-fasting days when they are eating. Now I do, of course, I'm in ketosis while I'm fasting the 72 hours. I don't try to maintain ketosis through the rest of the time. That's my non-eating windows. I do try to prolong it after I end my fast. So when I break my fast at the end of the 72 hours, I try to eat things that are not going to throw me directly. Well, it's not going to just cause a big spike in my carbohydrates. And so I try to maintain that for as long as possible. Of course, because I'm not deliberately attempting to stay in ketosis, as I start eating, I eat different things, and those things will cause me to switch from ketosis back into burning carbohydrates and glycogen. So that's it. If I look at, let's see, if I take a look at the graph, see if I can pull that up. So graphs, let's see if it'll show that to me. Oops. Some reason, no readings. There we are. Okay. Okay, there we are. And so what you see there, so that's my blood sugar and that's my ketone. Okay. If I go back, and this now I have to go back 2 weeks or so, you'll see there what my ketones and blood sugars were when we did our last show. And so the ketones, as I started eating, the tan line, which is blood sugar, the tan line increased from 83 up to 144. And once that happens, then the ketones will change, and you'll see there that my ketones, which is the turquoise line, went from a 1.8, went down to a 0.2. And so ketones and insulin can't be in the same space. So when insulin comes out, as it does because blood sugars are going up when we start eating, then once that insulin comes out, then it will cause the ketones to have to go away. And so that's what you see there. As the blood sugar went up, the ketones then decrease. Okay, all right. And I hear some popping. Let's see, I think if there are somebody looking at us popping in. Basically, that's what's going on. And like I said, I wanted to come on and show what those ketones were, because we did not do that during the show. And so now you see what it is. Make sure that you get out there and that you are watching this episode. It was a very good episode. It was, and of course, let me see. How can I? Let's see. It was our first episode for this season, and so just very, very excited to kind of deal with that, setting out the plan for the year. Our theme is called Limitless Living. How do we set ourselves up for success in the metabolic space? We're reversing our diabetes, that's the plan, reversing our diabetes. And what are the things that we need to do to break through those boundaries, break through those limitations, break through those emotions, the ideas that we have, the memories that are there that push those buttons that cause us not to be in a good metabolic space. In fact, the limitless living, so that's our theme for this year. And on the back here is basically the definition of limitless living. It says, breaking free from boundaries and pursuing my best self, my best health, and my best life goals without being held back by external or internal roadblocks. I kind of summarize that by saying that there's nothing inside of me or anything outside of me that's going to prevent me from doing what I need to do to be successful in the metabolic space, to be successful in reversing my diabetes, to be successful in setting myself up for ultimate success when it comes to my health. Right? One of the concepts of limitless living is that we have the power, we have the ability to make those decisions that need to be made for us to be metabolically healthy. When I was training, we talked a lot about chronic illnesses, and the idea was that there are a lot of diseases that are there and they progress, they get worse over time. And so the concept of reversing diabetes, for example, was something that was not taught. And over the years, I've seen so many people that have shown up almost in a despondent nature because they were having these complications. They were following what the doctor was saying. They were taking medications, and yet they were still feeling as though they were losing ground continuously. They were having heart attacks, going on dialysis, losing limbs, going blind, all the complications that come from diabetes. But yet it was considered a chronic progressive disease. And so there was no idea of, hey, how do we not just make this person comfortable or mitigate some of these complications, but is there a way to really get rid of this disease? And so what we've been talking about as we move into this space, last year we talked about New Year, New You, which was our developing those patterns, those behaviors, those fundamentals, if you will, that we needed to be successful. And then this year, as we move into this season, how do we build on that? What are the boundaries that we need to kind of break free of? What are those roadblocks? What are those places in our thoughts, in our behavior, in our attitude, in our schedule, in our relationships that are not conducive for me to be healthy, right? If I always have that conversation, and every time I have that conversation with that person, I end up at, sitting at home eating a gallon of ice cream, or I sit at home eating cookies or candy or eating chocolate or some other buffering behavior, then I've got to evaluate that relationship. If my dissatisfaction with my job is causing me to binge eat, if my ambitions have not been realized, I thought I was going to go to school, I thought I was going to get the degree, I thought I would be in a better place, and if that idea is causing me to emotionally eat, and that's causing me to have blood sugars 2, 3, 400, A1Cs 10, 12, 14, and I'm having complications, then I've got to look at, right? I've got to look at where I am. How do I live a balanced life? How do I live in a limitless way so that these things are not pushing buttons and causing me to do things that are detrimental to my health? And that's the concept of limitless living. Like I said, breaking free from those boundaries and pursuing my best health, my best life, and my best self. Limitless living. No, I didn't intend to go through all of that. I just came on to show you my ketones, but but you get the idea. The other thing is that this just a week ago, today is day number 6, we started our new series called My 100-Day Walk to Consistency. And so at 6 a.m. every day, that is airing. So you want to make sure that you get out there and that you are that you're doing what you need to do to be successful. I had someone who sent me a message today or yesterday on one of our platforms that says that that she wasn't going to be walking, but that she was going to be rowing with us as we move through that space. So I am so excited. And so what I said to our community just a little while ago as we did our show was, it is called my 100-day walk to consistency. But to be honest, if you are out there and you are doing some exercising, if you're doing yoga, if you're jogging, if you're rowing, if you're whatever the exercise is, I'm fine with that. Right? It's 100-day to consistency. Whatever your exercise is that you're doing, great. We're using walking, it's the place where we are, but you can jump in with us and you can begin doing the other things that you want to do in terms of exercising, right? So I wanted to pull up the
Hey, it's Dr. Wood.
wanted to pull up that playlist so that you can see that. Let's see, where are we? Here we are. Okay, so that you can see, and yeah, my 100-day walk to consistency and health. And you'll see there, those are the. Oops, I did not mean to move that one. See, that's what happened. Okay, so I need to put that one back. I'm not sure where it was. I'll have to fix that. But so those are the videos. These are the videos for this week. And they'll be coming out as the days go by, and they're roughly 30 minutes, right? So you'll see some there 37 minutes, 34 minutes. The first one that we did as we kicked this off was a little longer. So
I've done the research, and I have determined, based on data, based on reality, that this is something that can be done.
So as we're walking, we're talking, we're teaching, and doing some things there to be successful, so that we can set ourselves up to be successful. So if you've not already done so, go ahead and hop on and join us as we move through that space. Anyway, well, thank you for hanging out with me for just a little while, and we'll see you. Join us on our show, DwainWoodeMD Live. That is every Monday at 7 p.m. Central, right here on DwainWoodeMD. We do have our check-in that's coming up later this week. We do that. We do a 72-hour fast on a weekly basis, and we do check-ins roughly 24 hours apart to let you know where we are. We do some discussions. On Saturday, we have our video from the vault, where we're looking back at some of those landmark episodes that we've had that have had significant impact in our community, a significant impact on me personally as well. So that airs Saturday nights at 9 p.m. And then on Sunday morning, starting at 6 a.m., you can see a recap of all the shows that we've done for the week, usually starting with DwainWoodeMD Live, the check-ins that we do for the fasting. This one will include, as we go through the next 100 days, each week will include also some of the walking videos, episodes that we have. So lots of good information, lots of great resources and tools that you can use and be a part of. So make sure you get out there and join us. Always happy when I'm in this space with you, with the community. Hey, this is Dr. Dwayne Wood. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. Here on the channel, I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health and your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level. And in this year, powered by the new us, we're living a limitless life.